let's start from the outside and work our way in, right? So first line of defense is your DWR. So traditionally there's been C6 and C0 DWRs. The role of that is just to make the water bead on the surface of the fabric, to protect that face fabric, and then so nothing sort of sticks to it, it dries faster, right? So this is a whole new level of DWR we've got. We've been working with a company called Empel since 2019, and this is absolutely revolutionary. So your traditional DWRs are put on in what's called a bath treatment. So you've got a bath of chemical, you run the fabric through it, dry on the outside, and that's how it sort of works, you know. But what Empel does is they actually bake it onto the fabric. They've got these proprietary pods, they call them. The fabric's treated, it's rolled up, it's put in, and it's pressure baked into the fabric. So it's at a molecular level, it's actually in there. What it means for you guys in reality is that it's not going to wash off. It's going to perform better than any other DWR on the market, and we've got a whole lot of slides that we can show you to prove this. But it is a permanent treatment, and you don't have to keep retreating it. So you don't have to sell your customers a bottle of retreatment and say, hey, chuck in the machine, tumble dry it, retreat it all the time, and have them coming back wondering why their jacket's leaking. This is going to be much, much better. So Empel, it's key. We're the first to bring it to market in our industry, so really excited about that, but you are going to see a lot of this in the future. The key to Empel technology is it's a molecular, and also there's absolutely no water in the process. So that's a huge environmental saving. Normally you can imagine you've got this bath full of chemical, what do you do with it at the end of it? You have to tip it out, which is disastrous. There's absolutely no water in this process. So that is a really key feature to Empel as well. And part of the role for Stoney Creek, the thing we're focusing on is sustainability, and this is a huge step in the right direction for that.
So no lack in performance?
Oh, it's actually better. It's 10 times the performance of your standard DWRs. It works better, it's better for the environment, it's a winner, it's an absolute winner.
And how long does it last?
It's a permanent treatment, so like I say, it's actually baked into the fibres, not sitting on the top. So it is a permanent treatment, you don't have to reproof it, you just give it a good wash and then you're away to go again, so yeah.
And what's one of the key benefits of DWR that works well to a garment?
Well, what a DWR is doing is it's actually stopping the face fabric from soaking up water. Once that face fabric is soaked, a thing called wet out happens. Wet out is the worst thing for a jacket. It stops it breathing, and then you get cold and clammy underneath. So it's really key that you get the face fabric on your garment beading water. So this is just going to help that happen way faster. When you're out in the field for a week, you don't have to worry about it like you would do with the standard DWR treatment.
And what's one of the misconceptions with people that don't wash their jackets? They get clogged out or wet out, like you say. What can happen, and what can customers get confused by?
The big issue we've got when people say my fabric leaks like a sieve, it's the classic thing, it leaks like a sieve. What it means is dirt or mud or blood is actually caught in the fibres of the fabric, and that's what's hanging onto the water. So it's not the fabric itself, it's the dirt and the mud. You've got to clean that out, get that out of there, and then things will actually start working a lot better. So that's the biggest misconception. People think that the jacket's leaking, it's actually not, it's just wetting out and they just feel horrible.